ॐ सहनाववतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ओम्। पार्थाय प्रतिबोधिताम् भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथिताम् पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीम् भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वाम् अनुसन्दधामि। भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। My namaskars to you all who are listening this talk on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are deliberating upon the verses from chapter number 13, Trayodashadhyayah. This adhyaya is known by Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. That so this is not Kshetra Kshetrajna Yoga. This is Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. So important is knowing the distinction between two. It is not enough to know two. This distinction is the Viveka. That not to intermix what is material and what is spiritual. And this sanity between the ideal and practical, and not to have confusion that ideal has its own place and practical has its own. This discrimination consists of the secret of living, the secret of greatness, and secret of lasting happiness. This is the only thing. Adarsha and Vyavahara, ideal and the practice. Kshetra, that is material, and Kshetrajna, that is consciousness. Consciousness and material. So, now in the last verse we saw that Bhagavan concluded his now those set of verses from 19 onwards, 19 to 23rd. So he closed that talk, that string of verses saying in this way that the one who knows this Purusha and Prakriti along with its Gunaha, and being in the present, Sarvatha Vartamanopi. So this person, although means while living, he realizes this, that means he attains perfection. He says, Nasa bhuyo vijayate, that he is not born again. So this is the idea that Hindus again and again they brings forth, that sarvatha vartamanopi, that you will attain this perfection, this moksha while living. This is very important. No other religion speaks like this, that you will attain perfection here in the body. Before giving up, before dying, you attain perfection. That is the point. Sarvatha vartamanopi, in all ways being present. Present means you are functional. It is not like that the body is there and you have fallen unconscious and somebody is saying on your behalf he has attained Brahmagana. What is the use if somebody else is saying? I must say that. That is the point. So being fully functional, being fully active in all ways, sarvatha vartamanopi, nasa bhuyo bhijayate. Bhuya, again, abhijayate, he is not born. Jayate, abhijayate. Jayate means abhijayate. Jayate means janma. He does not come to birth. So this is the wonderful, this is the greatest testimony of the knowledge. That means it will prove everything. It will prove the bondage. It will prove the moksha. And that enlightenment, it will prove the liberation. That this is true. Everything it will prove here. It's not joke that, yes, he was such a great soul. After death, he went to Vaikuntha. No nonsense, no talk. Nothing's like that. Here, in this body alive, that brute, that animal has become turned into God. Here, in the body. That is the promise Vedanta, Hindu Dharma makes. This is what Bhagavan Sri Krishna is proposing to Arjuna. Said, this is the thing. If you realize this, their intermixing has ensued this samsara. Intermixing of what? Prakriti and Purusha, material and conscious. Though they never intermix, but this confusion arises. And they say they mix, and therefore the Sankhya says their isolation of Purusha is the goal, that is the Kaivalya. By that, this attainment, this ignorance would be cut asunder, and that individual will attain the enlightenment. This he will attain. This is what. So, Bhagavan is saying that any individual who realizes this Purusha and Prakriti along with their gunas, that is modifications, that is due to the prabhava of gunas, all those vikaras, like that whole of the material world, it comes forth. As per shown in Sankhyan cosmology, and in general, therefore, everything. And what is moksha or kaivalya? Then upadi rahita atma, that would be known. So he does not have any then upadi like even ajnana, it will not be there. Forget about anything else. Chitta buddhi mohana ankara or anything else further down there. Even ajnana will not be there, nothing would be there. Absolute pure consciousness, bereft of all these epithets, all these adjectives. Shuddha Atma. It will be known by the Atma itself. That consciousness realizes its pure nature, bereft of its own any other kind of upadhis. ठीक. So these last few verses, they are very important. Taken this starting with verse 19 or 18, you can say. Prakrutim purusham chaiva vidhyanadi ubhavapi vikaranshcha gunashchaiva vidhi prakriti sambhavan. कार्य करण कर्तृत्वे हेतु प्रकृति रुच्यते. पुरुष सुख दुःखानाम भोक्तृत्वे हेतु रुच्यते. पुरुष प्रकृतिस्थोयि भुंक्ते प्रकृतिजान गुणान कारणम गुण संगोस्य सदसद्योनि जन्मसु. उपद्रष्टानुमंता च भर्ता भोक्ता महेश्वर परमात्मेति चाप्युक्तो देहस्मिन् पुरुष परः. य एवं वेत्ति पुरुषं प्रकृतिं च गुणैः सह सर्वथा वर्तमानोपि न स भूयो भिजायते. Here until this verse we concluded. These are this string of verses from verse number 19 until till verse number 23. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 5 verses. Okay. Now, hope this is properly beholden in our heart. So we can now proceed to the next verse. So next two verses are in way we can say they are very grand in the sense they show this absolute liberalism of Sri Krishna as well as Hindu Dharma. That how charitable these people were, how Catholic, how great these people were. That they never said, in this way only you will attain liberation. If you listen to me, this is only way. There is no other way. They didn't say like that. See, the 24th verse says, Dhyanena atmani pashyanti kechit atmana atmanaha. So, here especially this verse this idea comes. So, this is the first half of the verse. What he is saying, Bhagavan is saying, now this truth that yo evam vetti purusham prakrutim cha gunai sah sarvatha vartamanopi nasa bhuyo bhijayate. So, the person who knows Purusha along with Prakriti and its guna while living, even though while living, he will not be born again. So that is the absolute certification of liberation, of moksha, so of bandha and absolute that freedom, that enlightenment. So ya evam vetti. Vetti means know. So meaning that, so somebody has to know this, means by the path of the knowledge. So Bhagavan here is saying that somebody should not mistake it. So he says, Dhyanena Atmani Pashyanti. That somebody, that other people, they can realize this by the aid, by the way of dhyana in their Atman, in their soul, in their heart. They can realize this truth. Dhyanena Atmani Pashyanti. You will see this. Pashyanti, this word is used. You will see this truth. Pashyanti. Dhyanena Atmani Pashyanti. And though it is singular, word is used in a verb is used in plural. Pashyanti. So, as if one is equal to many. Pashyanti. Dhyanena Atmani Pashyanti. Kechid Atmana Atmanaha. That Kechid, some Atmanaha. That they will see that Atmanam Atmanaha, that they will see that Atman Dhyanen. They will, what you will see 3 times Atmani is used in one sentence. That you will see what? Atmanam, that is in second case, that is the object. You will what? You will see what? You will see Atman. Where you will see in Atman, that is the first. Atmani in the 7th case, it shows the location where you will see in your Atman. And then again there is Atmana, that is the 3rd case. 3rd case is of the instrument. How you will see? With the help of Atman. So you will see Atman with the help of Atman. That is the through. Why this through is especially important here? Because all our knowledge is intermediary. It is known, it is through the intermediary of one instrument or other. Antakarana, Bahyakarana. Bahyakarana are your indriyas. Antakarana is your mind. Mana, Chitta, Buddhi, Ahankara. This is called as inner instrument. Okay, Antakarana. And your indriyas. So all your knowledge is through the intermediary of these 2 instruments of indriyas and this Antakarana. But that's why, to negate that possibility that they do not have any play here. So you are not having this knowledge through your mind. That is very important. That you are not going to have this knowledge through your mind or through, forget about your senses. But your mind does not have play. It must come to cease. And in absolute state of samadhi, dhyanena, with the aid of dhyana, with the practice of dhyana, with the dhyana yoga, within your soul, within your Atman, within yourself, Atmani, Pashyanti, what? Atmanam, you will see the Atman through the Atman only. So this is, Sri Ramakrishna uses this phrase very wonderfully. He says, Bodhe Bodh Hoy. He also does the same thing. Saptami, Bodhe, Bodh, that, and you, that Bodh means here knowledge, it happens. That in the Bodha you will have the Bodha. This is the phrase is used, Bodhe Bodh Hoy. Atmani Atmanam Pashyanti Atmana. In this way. So Dhyanena Atmani Pashyanti. Kechid Atmanam Atmana. So this is way. Anye Sankhena Yogena. Sankhena means by the way of knowledge, or by the way of yoga, Raj Yoga, yoga, or so somebody can say by the way of Sankhya Yoga, or the way of the knowledge also. Sankhena, Yogena, Karma Yogena, Chapare. Karma Yoga is a valid yoga. Bhagavan says. He gives it a distinct identity from the yoga. Sankhena Yogena, and again he say Karma Yogena, Cha apare. Cha apare means cha apare. So all in this way, people by different ways, they can approach this truth and they can know this truth and become liberated. So people of different constitution, of different build and makeup, so they will approach, they will take the different routes and path, and ultimately they arrive at the same conclusion, same realization, and they all will become free. That is a grand show of liberalism. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna is the chief proponent. Ishvara Avatar himself is declaring that there is no obligation, that how people approach. So this is the verse, Dhyanena Atmani Pashyanti Kechid Atmanam Atmana Anye Sankhena Yogena Karma Yogena Chapare. So most of the people, they take Sankhena Yogena as one, that Sankhya Yoga. Some people might say Sankhena is itself one and Yogena is another. And Karma Yoga therefore another. So Bhagwan himself is validating this is an independent path, Karma Yoga. But in what happened subsequently in our Indian polity and all that, that Karma Yoga was not given such prominence or importance, that it is a valid path or a path which can be taken totally from the spiritual point of view as a sadhana. So Karma Yoga means take the name of God and do what your duties, etc. So always being neglected, always being this, I will say, this want of practice and institutionalizing of this Karma Yoga is our great failure of Hindu polity. Not making it as a valid, more often, more practice and more conducive to many individual, this path of Karma Yoga. That's why in this incarnation, Sri Ramakrishna, through his chief disciple, Swami Vivekananda, he again came and again stressed upon this path that there are four, there are not only three. Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raj Yoga, they are not only the three. Karma Yoga is also a valid path that you should consider, you should take it up seriously, like a sadhana. So, this is the 24th verse. Continuing this idea, he says further, Anye tveva majanantah shrutvanebhya upasate tepi chati tarantyeva mrutyum shruti parayanaha. Others again, not knowing thus, worship as they have heard from others, even they go beyond death regarding what they have heard as the supreme refuge. So people, etc., who does not know even all this philosophy and everything, Anye, the all others, too, evam ajanantah, not knowing in this way, ignorant of these teachings. Anyebhya. Acha. Shrutva anyebhya upasate. So not knowing this, just by listening whatsoever they have heard, and they are ajanantah anyebhya, from others, shrutva, as they have heard, are worshipping, doing their upasana in whatsoever way. So even those people, they also cha atitaranti. So atitaranti means they will cross over, they will taranti. Taranti is like float. They will not sink. That is the meaning taranti. Atitaranti, that is they will go beyond. Eva, what they will go beyond? They will go beyond this mrityum atitaranti. Eva shruti parayanaha, even if they are listening. Shruti Parayana, regarding what they have heard as the supreme refuge. So, here this word Shruti Parayana, so what is happening? This Shruti Parayana, this word, it simply means who are given Parayana, that is dedicated to, who are given to hearing. Now if you take the word Shruti with this meaning, that is hearing, because earlier you have used the word Shrutva anyebhya upasate. So by hearing whatsoever, so you are worshipping or following any other non-standard practice or path. Dhyana yoga, karma yoga, or jnana yoga, raj yoga, etc. So you are doing upasana by hearing from others, and he says even they will ultimately cross over the death. These people who are dedicated, who are devoted, who have faith in what they have heard. That should be the simple meaning. This can be otherwise also put. Shruti Parayana, it is, Shruti means Shastra. Shruti means Vedas. And Shruti Parayana means according to Vedas or according to the Upanishad, who are dedicated to it, they will also cross over, that somebody can interpret. But I feel this would be more appropriate, that people just having this faith, what they hear, they will also, once they will cross over death. Sri Ramakrishna also, in similar way, he said this, expressed this idea. He said at one place that suppose some person is doing his sadhana in there is some error, there is some mistake, but he is doing it with his faith, with his Shraddha. He is not crooked minded, he is sincere, he is honest. So Sri Ramakrishna says, if that is the case, what will happen? Some person will come and he will direct him, he will correct him, and he will put him on the right track. This is what Sri Ramakrishna has said. So definitely, even if you are doing something with a mistake, with an error, in a wrong way, but you are sincere, you are pure-hearted, you are not crooked, you without any such crooked intention you are doing that, what will happen? Somebody will come and course correct you. So he gives the example that it is to happen in those days that people were passing over his village to go to Puri, and sometimes some people is to take a wrong route. So some other person is to, when is to meet that, where are you going? And then he's saying that I am going in the direction of Puri. Then they is to correct it. You do not go this way. You go return back and you will get this road and ask this direction, and from that route you go that side. Then slowly you will eventually reach Puri. So these people now, again what he had heard first from someone, now committed this mistake. Again hearing from someone, he will correct his mistake and set himself on the right course. Shrutvanebhya upasate evam shruti parayanaha. Just by listening this thing, having this faith, they will reach the destination. So even this further possibility also Bhagwan accepts. Even that is possible. This is possible. This individual also can reach the destination. It is definitely possible. Not necessary he is a subscriber of your very authenticated, very orthodox views. Any such people hearing something from someone, and maybe he will still reach the destination. So why this in the second, this part of the verse where Shruti word comes, why it is difficult to say this Shruti may be referring to the Shruti as the Vedas? Because we start with the proposition that the people who are ajananta, not knowing the way. If this person is not knowing, how can he know the Shruti? Not knowing, Shrutvan anyebhya shrutva, listening from others. Whatever practice they are doing may be not considered Vedic, orthodox, or authenticated or certified. Maybe he is all devata, upadevata, etc. Anything is worshipping. Doesn't matter. So what a great solace and comfort and this assurance Bhagavan is giving, that no need to panic, no need to worry, no need to doubt, condemn or criticize anyone for that. If that individual is really faithful, he will one day reach the destiny. Because in earlier this 7th chapter etc. also he said, even you are worshipping all these devatas, even to satisfy your desires, for material desires, you are worshipping them and your desires are getting fulfilled. Even these are getting fulfilled through me only. I only do that. Even though he said that. So there is nowhere you are going. So therefore Shruti Parayana is these people who are not practicing, but they are faithful, and hearing thus whatever they have heard, remaining loyal and faithful to the teaching what they have heard, they will also reach the destiny. This is these two verses, 24th and 25th verse. So this is the goal, that sarvatha vartamanopi nasa bhuyo bhijayate. That sarvatha vartamanopi what? By living, functioning verily in this body, you know this distinction very clearly, and you will, this knowledge, this discrimination will not again muddled up, will not again disturbed. So this clarity will be attained forever. Yo evam vetti purusham prakrutim cha gunaisaha sarvatha vartamanopi nasa bhuyo bhijayate. That person will not be born again. So And thus, this thing in various ways how people can attend, and the people, even though if they are not following any orthodox and authenticated way, even they will attend. This is something a great solace he provides to, that nobody would be condemned. So there are probably, holy books or paths of religion. They say, if you do not accept me, I am alone the truth, then there is eternal damnation for you. So Abrahamic religion, they just speak like that, because they are meant for the people who come from Islam. Was preached to this Arabian people. So without the language of barbarity, nobody is going to follow. If you talk so much of liberty, then nothing is going to happen. So then they say, accept Quran or be prepared to lose your head. I will make sure that you reach the heaven. Whatever way. So other person is so kind and so concerned that you should not go to hell. So they will kill you so that you will reach the heaven. That is the whole point. So much kindness. So anyhow, so religion, the truth, and then how they are expressed, the language. So these things matters. So here Bhagwan, when Sri Krishna is speaking to this to Arjuna, and even referring to this vast library of the great thinkers who happened before him, referring to them. So you can imagine, so they are already so much civilized in thought, culture, and everything. So he is not speaking of barbarity. He is not threatening anyone. So that is not the language. Okay. Anyhow. So this is the verse. The next verse, it says, Yavat sanjayate kinchit satvam sthavara jangamam kshetra kshetrajna sayogat tadvidhi bharatarshabha. So this verse is very simple, says nothing much, that yavat sanjayate, that whatever is sanjayate, that is born, that is created. Satvam, that is come to existence. Satvam. So which has existence. Satvam. Satvam. Sat means existence. Kinchit. Kinchit means whatsoever. Even little. So yavat sanjayate kinchit satvam sthavara jangamam. That which is motionless or something is moving. Immovable or moving. Sthavara is immovable. Jangamam is which is movable. So everything, whatever you see in this universe, Bhagavan says, He Bharatarshabha, referring to the Arjuna. That Bharatarshabha is Rishabha, that is the bull. Rishabha means bull. Bull of this Bharata clan, meaning that he is a prominent person. Meaning that bull, because in a herd of a cow, bull is the prominent person. With the bull, they have the characteristic. So bull is always considered as a symbol of masculinity and of the leadership and of the prominence, etc. So Shankara, he is riding on bull, these ideas. So bull is considered, even those Mohenjo-daro seals, you see again in their seals, in their civilization, see they are using that imprint of bull. Bull they are using. Pashupati. So in Mohenjo-daro seal, these 2-3 images are very prominent. One is that Pashupati in the Moola Bandhasana, that was a, what is called as the seal, or which when you print, that image is formed. So it is a negative image, isn't it? It is a negative image. If you put ink to it, or on a clay like surface, if you press it, then you will get the image. So it was a seal. What they had found, it was a seal. So seal, when it is pressed upon something, then it will give you the image. So Pashupati, that is Shiva, in a Moola Bandhasana, in that yogic posture, that was the one seal. Then there was that damsel, that woman with her different ornaments. Then another seal was the bull, and that person with beard and everything. These few are the very prominent and well known, these artifacts of this Mohenjo-daro excavation. So bull, Bharat Arshabha. So referring to him, he says that whatever is created, O Arjuna, know that tad vidhi, means know that this is born out of kshetra kshetrajna sanyogat sanjayate. So yavat kinchit sattvam sthavara jangamam. So yavat, whatsoever sattvam, which is existent, sthavara and jangama, movable and immovable, is born out of sanjayate kshetra kshetrajna sanyogat. Know this, it is born out of this material and consciousness, Purusha and Prakriti, Kshetra and Kshetrajna. This is to be known. This is the import of this 26th verse. And 27th verse makes it clear why he says the 26th verse, with what purpose. Seeing 26th verse, now he says, Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram vinashatsu avinashantam ya pashyati sa pashyati. So, to say this 27th verse, he had said this 26th verse. After saying that everything whatsoever exists is born out of this kshetra kshetrajna sanyoga, of this yoga, of this union, of this kshetra and kshetrajna, consciousness and material. And then he says that in all being, sarveshu bhuteshu. So bhuteshu, you can say all being, or in all elements, everything. Meaning that sarva bhuteshu means everything. Everything. Sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram. That Parameshwara is existent. Tishtantam. He exists. Samam. He exists everywhere. Everywhere. Samam. Samam means that there is no partiality. So, or there is no question of entity, that there is somewhere it is bigger and somewhere it is smaller. But it would not be the meaning of samam that it is in equal measure, in the say that is it can be quantified. Not in that sense. But in the same way, it is existing everywhere. Same way. That would be the meaning of samam. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram. And then he say, the one who see vinashatsu, that whatever is vinasha, or whatever is degenerating. So anything you can take meaning of that vinasha, that whatever is now ephemeral, whatever is transient, whatever is born which is subject to destruction. So whatever is deteriorating or degenerating or can go to death, can go to destruction, in that one who sees that indestructible, incorruptible, immutable Atman vinashatsu avinashantam, that which does not go to vinasha ever. So meaning that one who sees that consciousness in this material is subject to change. Atman is changeless. One who sees that changeless in this continuous changing things, that person alone sees. He only sees it in the right way. That with this combination, with this union of this material and consciousness, kshetra and kshetrajna, that whatsoever is existence has come to born. And the one who sees that changeless in this all changing things, one that indestructible in all these decaying things, one who sees that individual, that person alone sees. Meaning, what is the meaning? That meaning that is the right perspective of the enlightened. This is the perspective of the enlightened. This is the path to knowledge. This is something to be understood very well. In the morning, we have this class for some youth. We call it Vivekananda Study Circle. So they have first session from 10 a.m. onwards until 11:15, and then around 11:15 I took their session until 2:30. 11:15 to 2:30. So 3 hours, more than 3 hours continuous. And exactly same thing I was teaching them today. Very same thing. What is being said here? That if there is only one thing, if you have to understand that it is this. It is this perspective, it is this balance, it is this harmony of this ideal and practice, adarsha and vyavahara, of this material and conscious perspectives. This is the samambonam, this is the crux of the dharma. This is the one thing to be focused, purified, refined, and worked upon to bring into practice into our individual life. This is the crux of the dharma. This is the path to the moksha. So, having these both perspectives of the consciousness, which is the standpoint of the ideal, and also working, find out a workable proposal in the material, that is the vyavahara. This is this golden mid to find out the balance of this adarsha and vyavahara. So where do I stand and where I must reach? Adarsha and vyavahara, ideal and practical. This harmony of idealism and realism. This is the path of dharma, because this involves understanding of your own self, higher self, your present condition, your inner and outer. So fully taken into account. So this is the one thing that we will have to refine, practice again and again and again and again. And this is one thing Bhagwan is itching to tell and drive home in Arjuna's heart. This is the one thing Bhagwan want to teach Arjuna. From 7th chapter onward, he's trying to tell him and trying to teach him, this is the crux, this is the crux, this is what you must grasp. Through different concepts that what is Brahman, what is that Raja Vidya or Jnana Vijnana, what is the concept of Vijnana, various ways. Ultimately, it boils down to here that two things are to be combined, two things are to be considered. The ideal and Vyavhara, ideal and Vyavhara, Adarsha and Vyavhara, ideal and practice, ideal and practical. These two things are to be combined. And this, in this one verse, he puts it, Vinashyansu avinashyantam ya pashyati sa pashyati. This is the one thing, Arjuna, one has to master. Many people say that what is the teaching of Gita? Even Sri Ramakrishna says, puts it in word like Tyaga. But if you ask me, I will say this is the one thing. What is the whole crux, what is the whole purpose of telling Gita to the Arjuna? What did Bhagwan wished Arjuna to understand? Learn and practice. This is the only one thing. After 18 chapters, if Bhagwan what he desired that Arjuna should learn is this only one thing. He understands that Arjuna hasn't got realization. That is very important thing. Otherwise, it would not mean anything to us. Person like Arjuna, who has his own weaknesses, who has his desires, who is a worldly man, is a worldly man. That's why Gita is very important for us. Here Bhagwan is truly that Ishvara incarnation of God, of that Godhead for the ordinary human beings, boiling down the essence of the Upanishads. Its cream he present and he gives, buttered on that our breads. Our bread said, we have so many, I want to do this, I want this, I have wife also, I have few children also, there is my properties there. There my cows are there, bulls are there, and then my bakri is there, my murgi is also there, that I have also feed. That person is also, he has taken money from me, I also get that money back. 100 desires are there. My mind is entangled into so many things, and still he offers us this knowledge. How you can still have that? No. So kind he is. Especially due to his love for Arjuna, Bhagwan is especially kind, and still he wants that Arjuna should learn this. Arjuna should know this secret, this knowledge. And that's why he tells him, try to take this pain to extraordinarily explain him to the great length and depth. How much Arjuna grasps, that is the another matter. How patient, how kind, how large-hearted is Bhagwan, Sri Krishna. So, that's why in this Gita Dhyana, so it is said that Upanishads are the cows. Upanishads are the cows. And Arjuna is that Vatsa, that the calf, which, which, because of which this cow feel that affection, and when that calf will stroke the udder of the cow, then only she will give the milk. That cow will give the milk. Without seeing her calf, she will not give the milk. If you the milkman, simply without calf he cannot get the milk from the cow. Because Arjuna is there, because that calf is there, then only the milkman is, Krishna is the milkman. He draws the milk from the udder of that cow, of those Upanishads, that essence, this Gita Amrutam, is brought out of that milk. So Upanishads, and because Arjuna is the reason, because Arjuna is that calf is there. That's why we get to drink this Amrutam called Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It is because of Arjuna we get that. Because of his love for the Arjuna, Krishna gives us Bhagavad Gita. Ideal, where does Arjuna stands means? Arjuna is like every one of us who is going to integrate this, isn't it? So ideal is that what is attained at the full illumination, that is ideal. What Vedas, what Upanishads sets forth before us, that is the ultimate truth, Paramarthik Satya, that is the ideal. Okay. Practical is like everyone's situation, every one of us. What do we know? Where do we live? What we are supposed to do in this body, mind, senses, with our Purva Karma, Purva Sanskaras, with our strength and weaknesses, and in a given situation, worldly situation where we are, that is the practical reality. Understand that? Now, how from here you travel there? This is the connect. This is the path of the Dharma. This is the path of the Moksha. So samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram vinashatsu vinashantam ya pashyati sa pashyati. So these few verses are there, great verses. He now, this 28th verse also, samam pashyan hi sarvatra samavasthitam ishwaram na hinasti atmana atmanam tato yati param gatim. So see, we will take this verse now in the next class. So how even teaching this Gita and his mind soaring in such a high place, Krishna is thinking about the dilemma of Arjuna, and he uses this phrase in the next verse, that you would not be killing anyone. He is so mindful that about Arjuna's dilemma. So Krishna is like mother for Arjuna. Even mother will not have such affection. With that affection, Krishna is teaching, the Guru is teaching his disciple. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.